Episode 19, Sip Happens. Now you're muted. So we're off to a really great start.
Motherfucker.
There she is.
I'm stopping this. Hi.
Episode 19, Sip Happens. Let's get into it.
Sip Happens.
I can't believe we're almost to fingers and toes, episode 20.
You love that analogy. This it's like a baby thing.
I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Yeah. How do you guys count?
Yeah. I don't know. Max, to be honest, that actually has been a conversation is where are we in terms of education? And it's so hard to not compare to other, I don't know, kids or school systems, but I don't know, where should have, in some public schools, in some schools, kids are reading now. Max is kind of he's kind of reading, but not real. I don't know.
We have the same thing.
Big topic has been.
My 4-year-old brought home art. And we were like, oh, this is so beautiful. Did you make this? And she said, no, Peyton gave it to me. And I was in my head, I just caught myself and was like, should I change the kid's name? No, Peyton's not listening to this. Also, no one's going to hunt down Peyton. Anyway, but it said her name. She had written her name at the top. And Spencer, my husband, was like, our daughter can't write her name yet. Is she supposed to? They're in the same class. Is she supposed to be writing her name already? And it's, as a parent, it's hard not to compare and be like, oh my gosh, is my kid stunted? Should they be doing this that the other kids in their class are doing? But there's a spectrum. There's a spectrum. And your teachers, I trust our teachers, they'll tell us if there's a delay that is worth looking into. But she's got her E's down, which is great because there's a lot of them in our name. So we're good.
She's got a lot in there. Yeah, we're still mastering riding a bike. And how was your weekend? Did you do anything good?
A little timestamp for everyone. We were a little scrambled, so we're recording on a Monday, which is not the norm, but I think it kind of works well because that means we get to talk about the Emmys and the Emmys outfits and weekend of football that was very anticlimactic. This is not a political podcast, but I'm going to just acknowledge that it was a very heavy week and a lot happened. And our personal stance on this podcast, I'll speak for myself, is that we don't condone violence against anyone, but we believe the world should be a better place than what we're currently living in. So hopefully we can make some strides toward that. We don't have a big platform right now, but this is our platform. So if this takes off one day and people come back and listen to this, it's important for them to know where we stand. So that's where we stand. But it was a heavy week. And so it was really nice to actually just have a weekend chilling with the kids. It was lovely. We took Emmy out of school early because my aunt and uncle were visiting from Chicago. They drove from Chicago, and we have family in Staten Island. We have family in Brooklyn. We have family in Pennsylvania. So they just hit the road from Chicago and kind of made pit stops along the way, visiting everybody. And it was lovely. So nice to see them. And my kids obviously love getting to see extended family. So my aunt came with me to pick my daughter up early from school, and you could see my daughter coming down the hall with a teacher, and the teacher looked at her and said, do you know who that is? And Emmy kind of looked through the double glass doors and goes, Grandma? And couldn't really tell. It's my mom's sister. But was I think I know that person, but we're kind of far away and there's multiple glass doors. It was really cute, but she was so excited. So it was a lot of fun. And then it's apparently summer again. So we were swimming in the lake all weekend.
It was
and
warm.
by we, I mean my kids. I don't get in there because it's just, I don't want to. That's yucky. Yeah. But my kids love it. So yay. What'd you guys do?
I was in a Coach Steph mode all weekend. The Lightning fell to the Wolves, unfortunately, on Saturday morning. But it was a great effort by all. I show up, and there's this one coach that we play with, and he is he's so legit. And I show up, he texts me the night before, are you coach? Are you
what
ready?
Does so legit mean? I mean, because you played college soccer, you're legit.
I'm legit from an athletic and talent standpoint. He's legit.
Oh, he takes it seriously.
He's a legit in terms of he takes it seriously. So I show up, and he already has 2 opposing benches set up. So he brings his own fleet of 7 red chairs and 7 blue chairs, one for his team and one for the opposing team. So we have 2 different seating arrangements for each teams. His wife's there as the assistant. They're all in their own gear. they have on like their playbook. She's sitting on the sideline. She has like her headphone in. He has a headphone in. I'm like, are you guys like talking to each other? What are you doing? She has her plays. Like it is,
What?
but also like I so welcome it because I show up and like he kind of like helped run the game. He was doing, making sure all the free throws. My God, I can't free throws. Like I know soccer. Oh, the free throws.
You're clearly legit.
Clearly, I'm legit. Like the penalty. Oh my God, I was about to say penalty kicks. They did not do penalty kicks.
The
They did
ball
like corner
sports
kicks and goal kicks.
activities. Uh-huh.
Anyways, it was. I showed up and I looked like the dodo coach. I was like, okay, but I was very happy that this other guy had it together. But unfortunately, Team Lightning lost
Well,
to the
clearly. I mean,
Wolves.
the bar was set very high with that
I
coaching
mean,
squad.
it's like something out. Honestly, it felt like something out of the Mighty Ducks, where we
Yeah,
were the
where like the
Ducks.
opposing
What?
team shows up in all black and
Yes.
silver and it has clipboards and I
No,
mean,
that's literally what it was. They had like organized, synchronized. These kids are 6. Organized, synchronized warm-ups. I'm like, I got one kid who kept standing in the middle of the field and kept looking up and be like, the moon is still out, but the moon is still out. How is the moon still out? I'm like, oh my God,
because they're
dude,
6, like
soccer.
that's what you expect.
I guess so. And then all he wants to do is like tickle me. Like he'll just, I'm like, it's not time for tickling. We're here to play soccer.
The world's most
I love
ticklish
it.
soccer
I know.
player.
So it was soccer day, and then I had the rest of the team over in the afternoon for s'mores and pizza,
So
which
lovely.
which was a nice idea because I'm gonna be so busy the rest of the season. But it was very much a sports weekend of yeah, Coach Steph and Team Lightning.
I love that. It reminded me of I just saw something about the new owner of the Colts team,
Mm,
NFL, the
yes,
woman who now is on the sidelines with her earpiece in, like looking at all the plays, taking her job very seriously, just like an example of leadership and like not just being up in the booth watching and,
I
you know,
love
from
it.
a suite with whatever donors or whoever it is, like down on the field. This woman is legit. And I was like, this is so cool. I love this.
I saw that on social this morning. And I had forgotten about that. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
Things we
appreciated
saw on
that. It was really
social.
good. Things we saw on social.
It's crazy.
Well,
You
what
know
did
what?
you guys see on social?
We well, I
Well, I don't know
did
if you
see
need to
some
get it.
stuff
I
on
don't know if you
social.
need to get into that segment right now, but
Yeah, I honestly, like, I do have some stuff I saw on social, but I have been very scaled back on my social
mhm,
consumption this week for obvious reasons.
mhm.
But we have been trying to figure out, similar to the education comparison, just trying to figure out how to approach. My daughter's 4 now, and those bigger topics, like heavier, bigger things, be it, God, be it death, be it those things that she's experienced death when she was like a couple years ago. A neighbor of ours passed away, and it's someone that she knew and saw daily, but she was 2, and so we didn't really. At the time, we kind of explained it to her as, his body is broken and it stopped working and very like basic things that we thought she could understand. And so this weekend, for example, we were driving around and an ambulance drove past and we had to stop and let the ambulance go. And we were like, oh my gosh, do you guys know what that is? Do you see that? The lights and all the noises? And Emerson goes, oh yeah, that's for someone if they are hurt. And we were both like, yeah, yeah. And she goes, or dead. We were like, oh. Okay, so we don't have to explain these heavier topics to you. You just sort of have a concept already, and we don't know where they're coming from. And she did that twice this weekend. Another time we drove by, there's an arsenal by where we live, and so there's a lot of like explosions and test things. And there's one thing where there's like a big old war tank in front of it, and we drove by the tank, and we were like, "That's a tank. That's just a special kind of truck." And she was like, "Why does it have a straight line on the front, and the big gun
Mm,
on the front?" And we were like,
yeah,
"Oh man,
yeah,
like." Tough question
yeah,
this week. Like, how do you explain guns and gun violence and those kind of
yeah,
things to someone? So I
yeah.
was trying to be really, really thoughtful. And I was like, well, it's sort of a way for the people who are driving the special truck inside of it to communicate with anything or anyone that's in their way. And they say, get out of our way.
You're
And
so much more like soft. I mean, we're in a totally different zone. I mean, I think it's also an age thing. So like Emmy's still 4, right?
absolutely.
And so like, and like, but Max, who's 6, has been playing with like, and I hate it, but like, I don't know, water guns, super soakers, like
Sure.
the word. I mean, and it's really hard because like the word gun is like common, like even when like he's, I don't
It's
know,
everywhere in kids' toys and movies and
yeah, and
everything.
and he'll be like, oh, I'm shooting you, and I'm like, and I always have to tell him, like, you can never talk about that or even joke around about that within schools. And he's like, well, why? I'm like, well, like, a lot of
It's
times
the
really
world we
bad
live
things can
in.
happen in
Yeah.
schools. And I mean, they're doing like emergency drills and they do those. And, they're clear with the kids, like, it's in case there's, I don't know if they say if there's a mass shooting. I don't know if that's actual language, but if
The
they're like,
verbiage,
it's,
yeah.
you know, um, but it's hard, especially like the death stuff. And Max is obsessed with like death and die. I mean, I think psychologically, I'm not, smart enough to explain it, but I think something does happen where like kids go through these phases where they could become like pretty obsessed with like gruesomeness or
Oh,
death
yeah,
or
for sure.
he asks me all the time
But it's
about
out
like
of curiosity. It
where
feels
he
like
always
so
asks
much
like
of it.
where are we like am I gonna die? When are you gonna die? Where do we go when we die? Am I gonna die
Yeah.
today? Did he die? Like
Yeah. Emmy does that. So Spencer's dad passed away before Spencer and I were even engaged. And Emerson at the dinner table the other night goes, what was Dada's dad's name? And I said, Walter. And she goes, That's it. That's it. He's dead, right?" And I was like, "Sure is. Sure is." Just like
yeah,
straight to the point where I'm like,
yeah.
Okay." And like inevitably one day, and we especially, love you, Lemon. I know you're napping behind Steph, but we're going to have to say goodbye to our pets one day. That's the worst part of having
Mm-hmm.
pets is that we outlive them. And so I'm already preparing for that. Our oldest pet is my cat, Duke, who is 13. But she's also very spiteful. So Spencer's like, no, she's not going anytime soon. But also our kids don't like her because she's not very nice to them. So our first pet death is probably going to be a very different one. But I'm like, we're going to have to be prepared for that at some point. And then you show up to school the first day of school and there's 3 cops out front. And you're like, how do I
Yeah,
explain to them
yeah,
why the police
yeah,
officers are here
yeah,
and what that
yeah.
means? And
I know.
that's just something. One of our neighbors, just her daughter's a year younger than Emmy and just started school. And the school started, and then immediately there was a school shooting and other things. And we were chatting. She's like, That's not something I thought about. I didn't remember that I have
Yeah,
to think
yeah.
about that now." I'm like, yeah, we have to think about that now. That's just part of the, get a backpack and talk about school shootings. Those are just the things for back to school
It's all of
season.
it. But this is also was the first September 11th where I was pretty honest with like what happened, because we go
Mm-hmm.
into our local Benny's Pizzeria and it's, there's there's lots of fire department memorabilia and they
Yeah.
have a huge, statues and things commemorating and some of the statues that they have in there are pretty vivid in terms of what
Mm-hmm.
happened. And so Max was asking and like I don't know. I think that I'm probably maybe I'm too. I don't know. I wonder sometimes if I'm too open or but I just share. I'm like, yeah, like 2 planes crashed into these towers and thousands of people died. And he's like, what is that? I'm like, I think that's a person falling from a building. Like
Yeah.
that. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
else to say. Oh, that's just debris. And maybe I probably could have said that, but
But if
I
it
don't
is a
know.
person, like you can say it, but I don't know either. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I say it in a little bit more of a
Thankfully,
gentle way, but I'm
of
pretty.
course, yeah. That's a person who made the difficult choice to jump to their death instead of wait to die in the building. Like, no,
Well,
obviously you
no,
don't
I
need
don't.
to.
Yes, no, get into it.
Yeah, it's a tough season of figuring out what, like, as they get older, how to approach these things
Yeah.
and how to bring them up. And it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere anytime soon. But we'll have these conversations. If you figure out the right language, let me know, and I will do the same. We're working on it.
I'm sure that there's like a bunch of parenting Dr. Becky-esque things. Actually, this is a little switching the topic, but the thing that you showed me of the typing the phone numbers into the pin
Wasn't that a
pads,
cool trick?
please share.
So things I saw on social that I couldn't help but share that normally I would save, but I shared with Steph in the moment because, and I don't even remember who recommended this, but one of the parenting sites recommended a great way to help your kid learn your phone number is to have them type it in anytime you go to Target, grocery store, whatever it is, any of those
All
places where you
agreed. Yeah.
have an account. Have your kid, it'll take a little bit longer, but type your phone number in. And I also, Spencer and I were talking about this too, because that's a helpful way for them to recognize when they're staring at a phone and need to call you from someone else's phone to be able to type your phone number in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I
think
loved it.
we're there yet, but I'd love for you to try that with Max and hear how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, he knows my number
He's
now.
locked in.
The getting lost in Navy Pier, I think, scared the shit out of him. So he's like,
He's
I
locked
better know
in.
your number. He's locked in. Yeah, which is good. Um,
Well, other things I saw on social this week that I was very proud of myself. a recipe for a German pancake, 5 ingredients. And
Okay.
I'm not a baker.
Okay.
We cook. We do HelloFresh weekly. We love it. It's simple, just, takes the mental load off. But I don't bake. Cooking, you can like get away with not having the exact amount of salt or pepper or whatever it is. There's flexibility in cooking. Baking is very, very specific. You have to have the exact amount of this, the exact amount of this, or it doesn't rise the amount of whatever it is. So I avoid that because I'm not a very specific person. I'm very flexible with my cooking. 5 ingredients, German pancake, delightful, high protein. So it's
Okay.
1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, mix those together, 6 eggs. This is where I got a little flexible. A splash of vanilla extract and a
Mm-hmm.
pinch of salt. That's it.
Okay. And it
Just
makes it a
smoosh it
German
all
pancake
together.
because it's nice and fluffy because of the eggs, so it like kind of
It
fluffs
is,
up.
while you're doing all of that, you have the oven preheating to 425. You put
Oven.
3 to
Mm-hmm.
4 tablespoons of butter in the bottom of a glass dish. So the butter's
Mm-hmm.
melting while the oven preheats. Once it's
Mm-hmm.
preheated, you take it out, slosh the butter all around so it kind of coats the bottom of the pan. Put your batter in, bake for 20 minutes. It turns into this like doughy boat. It rises up the sides. I had to take the top level of my oven out so that it had room to grow. And it was so good. We crushed it. Family of 4. The kids had seconds. I was so proud of myself. We didn't have any like toppings or anything on it. You could put baked apples or cinnamon or anything.
Could
I put
I add a
sprinkles for the
scoop of
kids.
could I add a scoop of protein into that?
100%. There's 6
I'm
eggs in there
sure.
though. It's so
Oh
good.
yeah. And
It was
actually,
amazing. I'll send you the
and no
recipe.
sugar. Wait, and no sugar.
Vanilla extract.
Wow. Actually, that sounds delightful.
Yeah,
Sounds
it
delightful.
was. I'll send you the recipe and the picture
So
after
my
this.
my my pancake recipe is a little bit different. You take
I know.
one
I've
ripe
had yours.
one ripe banana, you smush it down, you add in about 4 eggs, you mix it all around. You add in a big old scoop of protein, some more like flaxseed, mix it all around, some cinnamon, and then I just kind of fluff that up on the stove. It's like
They're great. I've
Craig
had
says it's
yours.
like, oh, did I make these for you, or did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do them
yeah.
for me?
You've made them for my kids too. They love them.
Oh gosh. Well, clearly yeah. There we go. My
I mean,
protein.
pancakes in
But
all forms. And pancakes are such an easy thing. And if you can find easy ways to just like zhuzh them up a bit, add a
yeah,
little
or
extra.
Birch Blenders is the brand, if you've seen that at Costco or
Uh-uh.
anywhere around. But it's literally, they have one that's pancakes, and of course they have protein in it, but whatever. Everything has protein now. But one is like vegan, one's regular, and it's like one of the mixes that you can buy, but you just add water. And usually I'm never a just add water pancake person because it's
Yeah.
disgusting. This is the only brand, the Birch Blenders, that I've loved. So I do that 3 times a week in the mornings with Max because it literally takes me 3 seconds, and it's just something different than like Cheerios or his Chobani with
Yeah.
granola.
Birch
So
Blenders, sponsor us, please. I'm not
they're
familiar, but we'd love to experience more of them. I
great.
love that. What did you see on social this week?
I was actually thinking about that. Not the biggest things that have been continuing to be in my world is all things sports. So that, college football, NFL, but specifically I'm in a total denim mindset. Like, I'm obsessed with finding a pair of jeans that fit just right. I specifically want ones that are lower rise. And I'm killing myself because I think I've given away like every pair of like low rise jeans, which I know are like back now.
Everything is high rise now. Everything is high rise.
No,
Everything's
op-
extra high rise. It's
no,
crazy.
opposite. Like, it's low rise is back now. You got to get with
I
the
know, but all
times.
you can find in stores, all I can find in stores is high. Because I've been looking
Yes.
for low rise so that I can find something that I can wear that's not maternity. So I'm
I
just
know. I've
like, I want a
always
bigger
like when
size.
I remember when I was pregnant, I never, do you do over the bump? You do
I hate
under.
over the bump. I
I
hate
hate
over
over
the
the
bump.
bump. How do you do over? Yes, always
It's
under
so
the bump.
uncomfortable. It's my
Yes.
least favorite maternity style. So I've been trying to find like just low rise, larger size waistband.
Yes.
And there's nothing. It's all extra high. And I'm like, I'm not going to put it over the
Yeah.
bump. Like, I can't.
So here's what I saw on social is Casey Lewis is this amazing Instagrammer, but she basically studies Gen Z. She's a total Gen Z like culture
Is
critic, and she has this
she
amazing
Gen Z?
Substack. And so no, I think she's early millennial. Or early, but
Okay, so
early millennial,
she's
like
like
young
studying the
millennial.
younger generation. Okay.
I guess studying the younger generation, but what I love about her and her Substack, which is called After School, is it's all Gen Z trends. And so I went down this sick rabbit hole for about an hour looking at all of Gen Z's high school back to school hauls and seeing what
Okay.
all the teenagers are buying these days. And it's like everything from like Sephora, so PacSun, American Eagle's back, Levi's
Nice.
Rules, Hollister, Abercrombie. It's basically everything that you shopped in when I shopped in high school is like back
Yeah,
again. But I've been specifically even like looking at what are these high school girls wearing, which is so sick because they know what's up in terms of all these like baggy low rise
sure.
jeans that I'm looking for. And apparently there's a pair of Levi's I'm gonna try to get my hands on. But what I've seen on social is like all things denim, and I live in the boondocks, so I don't have access to these places. I have to order everything and then return them, which is just
So
so
much work.
annoying.
Yeah.
So this is be like a PSA. I'll put it on the social. Please tell me the best fitting your never fail jean brands.
Low to mid
AYR,
rise, nothing
low
high.
to mid rise. I'm just open to any brands, and I'll kind of go
What
to the
kind of
low.
cut do you want? Do you want like a boot, a
I want
flare,
full. No, not a boot cut, and I don't want a flare. I
just
want
like
it
a
like either straight leg or
boyfriend?
baggy.
Just okay.
Yes. A
Cool.
slouchy boyfriend fit that doesn't make me like look like a total dude because I already dress like, I don't know, a
You
man half
dress
the
like
time with all my
Steph Miller.
sports
I love it.
gear.
You have the best sense of
Yeah.
style.
Thank you.
I love
High
it.
low sporty.
Yeah.
So that's my what I've seen
Okay.
on social is all things
I
denim, I
love that
guess.
you're saying this because this is what episode 19 and we do these
Mm-hmm.
weekly and you have been on a jeans hunt previously in Sip Happens. So somehow in the
I
past
know.
19 weeks you are back again on a
It's
denim
cyclical.
hunt.
It's cycle. So in the
Yeah, it's a
spring, I think
different
when we just
style than what
started.
you were looking for
Yes.
last time. So
Yes, ma'am.
it seasonally this makes sense.
I have another shopping related trend that I think you would appreciate that I didn't see on social, but it's relevant.
Okay.
So, have you ever bought anything from the RealReal?
Absolutely. Bought and
Oh,
sold.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew you would, because I knew you do Poshmark.
Yeah.
There is a bag that I have been eyeing,
Okay.
and it is definitely a statement bag. It is definitely an investment bag, and I found one on the RealReal. It's a Bottega. It's a sardine bag, and I just can't I just I'm hesitant to pull the trigger.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm like, God, I need a wallpaper in my house. Shouldn't I like invest this in my house? But I'm like, you know what? Life's kind of too short. Wallpaper or
Right.
a bag?
More
No,
people will
like, come
see you
on.
walking around with a bag than
I know.
wallpaper
Like,
in your
who am
house, right?
I? I'm like a midlife mom now, debating between like an amazing Bottega,
Wallpaper
like
and
sardines, like,
uh-huh.
yes, bag. So that's where I am. So everything that you bought there has been legit,
Amazing.
authentic.
Yeah,
Okay.
amazing. Remember
Can you, no, go,
the
go.
Philip Lim bag that we both had in different yours is
Mm-hmm.
yellow. I have a
Gold.
silver
Yeah.
one that I got from
Uh-huh.
there and a mint green one that I got from there. Beautiful Philip Lim bags that I've gotten from there. Yeah, their stuff is legit and they take it very seriously, authenticating everything.
And I feel like they have to, because that's their whole brand. If their things are either a bad quality or fake, like you have no
I've seen
credibility.
some
So
horror stories on social media. I've seen some horror stories of people who like got something that was in worse condition than they expected, that clearly someone else had purchased and returned and they never updated the pictures or something like that. But that I've never personally had an experience like
So
that.
the weird thing about this bag that I want, which is already, again, very pricey, if I want the option to return it, I have to pay $300 to have the option to return it. It's like a sunk cost. And so if I get this bag, I pay an extra $300 on top of, a lot of money. And then if I want to return it within 7 days, I can, and I get a full refund. But if I don't return it, that 300 is just like sunk. So you have to decide, like, do I want to take the risk of returning
I
it?
don't like that
Or do
policy.
Yeah, it's like they do that on a lot of like higher priced
The
items
higher
now.
end stuff. They also have stores in Manhattan. Can you pop by and see it
I
in
think I
store?
might. I think this one is not in New York because they have some restrictions on shipping. So I think it might be in LA or somewhere. But I'm going into the city tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. I have my big annual meeting with Tippy. So shout out Tippy. I'll be
Man,
seeing her tomorrow.
our regular listeners of this will start noticing your frequency, your patterns. Like, oh, Steph's due for a touch up.
It's about that time. It's about
Yeah,
that time.
yeah.
But I think I'm going to try to pop in tomorrow, or I don't know, when I'm in the city over the next 2 days and pop by a RealReal. So
Beautiful week to be in the city
yeah.
visiting. It's just lovely, like pre-fall.
I'm meeting with hopefully a potential guest of ours that will be coming up. I'm really excited. Actually, maybe should I keep it as a secret or should we talk about it? I don't know. It's like not a big. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But
I don't
I'll
know.
just say it's a really cool woman who's in Brooklyn, and she's going through an amazing career in life. evolution, and she's opening
Okay.
up this amazing Roman cafe in Brooklyn, and it's named after her son. And literally, the ethos of this restaurant is a place for amazing Italian Roman food with amazing martinis and a place where your kids can just also be feral. And I
I
said,
would like to go there.
sign me up.
Yeah.
Roman Italian food, martinis, feral
Yeah.
children.
I would like to go there.
Yeah. So,
That sounds amazing. Well, I don't know who this person is either, so it will be a surprise to all of us, but very much looking forward to hearing that. Um, two things. One thing that I I guess this will fall under our what's the big deal?
mhm.
So, I'm sure you've heard this. There's very much a parenting strategy, communication approach nowadays going around where you try not to say no. You position your language instead of saying no to something. Like our kids will be like, "Hey, can we have dessert tonight?" We'll be like, "Oh man, our bellies aren't really full of nutritious food from dinner," when they have a full plate of food in front of them. Instead of saying, "No, you didn't eat your dinner yet." Like just using different verbiage to try to avoid saying no. And I've seen so many parenting posts and mom talks, like just all this viral content. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So we were in Target the other day trying to get toothpaste and toothbrush for the kids. And they ran to the crazy kid trap that Target sets up with the Disney section that plays movies and has all the Disney characters. And you're like, of course they are going to go like moths to the flame. And grabbing toys. Can we get this? Can we get this? And I kept being like, so it was Harry, my 2-year-old, walked up to me and was like, can we get this, Mom? And I said, oh, we came here for toothpaste today. Can you put that back? Not saying no, just said something else. Looked at me again. Mom, can we please get this? I said, oh, that doesn't look like toothpaste to me. Let's put that back where we found it. Like, keep trying to. And he says it again. He said, can we please get this? And I said, no, please put that back on the shelf. And he immediately walked away and just put it on the shelf. And I'm like, okay, so what's the big deal with saying no every once in a while? Like, I'm cool with
My
saying no. I'm on board with saying no.
No, I was about to say fuck that. I have zero
Yeah.
tolerance for no.
It's
No,
so
you
much
can
work
say
trying to
no.
say
What
not
else are you
no.
gonna say?
It's
Like,
so much work trying to say not no.
oh
I
my
was like, this
gosh.
is not effective. Like, I gave it 2 shots and then I said no, and he immediately
No.
did the thing I asked him to do. So why? No. Like, maybe
It's
for
like
some people that works, but like, oh
that's
my
an
gosh.
episode of Portlandia. This is an episode of Portlandia where it's like, we just use other language to talk to our children, or like, no.
Yeah.
It's a
So
no.
what's the
That's
big
gonna be a
deal?
no for me.
What's the big deal with saying no? We say no. We're parents who say no. We try. I gave it a shot. That was my best effort. And
Absolutely
I was
not.
like, oh, this is not. I can't do this. And there are some times where I like try to not just be like no and like just put my foot down. But I'm like, in every single thing. I saw one video in particular where a mom was pushing a shopping cart with her kids through the grocery store, and every single thing. Oh my gosh, can we get this toy? Wow, that would be a really generous thing to get for someone. Please put it back. Or, oh man, can we get this cereal? We already have cereal in the
They're like,
cart. And
Mom,
I was like,
they're like,
how
Mom, you're not
exhausting is
answering
this
the
shopping
question.
trip?
No.
Yeah, literally,
Stop.
like,
Oh my God.
like a
No
terrible communication
tolerance.
strategy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was not on board. So there you go.
No.
What's the big deal?
No.
We say no.
Do you watch the
No to
Emmys?
saying no. I didn't. I saw the outfits, of course, and I saw the clips on socials afterwards.
I watched, I mean, it was just like on the background as I was, making dinner, and I just needed a break between all of, I don't know, just watching the Chiefs Eagles.
Too much football,
I
and it
think,
wasn't exciting.
the only takeaways I had from it was the guy from Adolescence. Did you guys ever watch that, Adolescence? He
No, we
won.
never
He was
watched that
the
or
youngest.
Severance, but I saw his acceptance speech.
Yeah, I never got into Severance. I don't know. There's too much good content out there. But he won as the youngest Emmy Award winner.
The Pit, your
And
new favorite show,
oh,
won.
and yes, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still need to finish the first season, but I always think of you when I think of the Pit, 'cause I remember you told me to watch it, and then I
So
binged it
good.
for 6 hours, and it was so intense. I'm like, this is
Uh-huh.
crazy, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, ho hum.
We finally finished. Finally finished the Bear newest season, which was great. But sometimes the Bear, I will forever want to know how it is categorized as a comedy. I cry, openly weep, heaving every episode. Your heart rate spikes every
Yes.
episode. And yes,
Yep.
there are some laughs here and there, absolutely. But I do not categorize that as a comedy, like a lighthearted, like, should we watch The Bear or How I Met Your Mother? Like, those aren't
Honestly,
comparable.
that's actually a really good question. Like, how do you define
How did
comedy
they
versus
decide
drama?
that?
Because it does feel quite dramatic. I would
It's
never call it.
so
It's like not
heavy.
even a dark comedy. Like White Lotus is a dark comedy. Yeah, I get that. But
Totally.
The Bear, mm,
And then they get
Bear's
super
pretty
artistic in
dramatic.
some of the episodes where they do like retrospectives and music and dream scenarios. And you're like, what are we even watching? This is so much. So I don't know who does those and who categorizes those, but the fact that it deserves awards, absolutely. And is a very well made show. It is not a comedy. It is not a comedy. Like, I need to make a point to not watch it right before bed because I get my heart racing and I need to
Yes.
watch
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother, an actual comedy, to bring myself back down to earth. But we did finally finish the gut show that I told you about on Netflix called Hack Your Health
Mm-hmm.
because had to wait until all four of us were available because Spencer wanted the kids to watch it, which now has turned into a thing where Emerson will sit down to eat dinner and be like, is this good for my gut? And we're like, sure. Like, just very invested in the gut in this household. For this week, next week it'll be something else, but you need to watch it because you are the only person that I know of in my life
Yes.
who would be open to doing, I wrote this down because fact check, fecal donation
Mm-hmm.
or a fecal microbiome transplant,
Oh.
which are
Well, why do
essentially
when you do a fecal donation, is that to analyze your poop so you can figure out what's wrong with
fecal
you? Or is
donation
it
would be like if you had gut issues and you wanted me to give you my poop so that
uh-huh.
your gut
That
could learn
you're
from my
yeah.
gut.
Yeah. Do I
It's
take it in
so
like a
interesting.
tablet?
So
Do I do it's like eating a placenta? I eat
you
your poop.
literally, I'm sure there are ways to do this on the show. The way they showed it is literally someone donates their poop. It goes in a blender with water and it is put into a pill and
Yeah.
you take it pill form and essentially your gut.
Do they
And
I mean, come
it's,
on. They have to like filter it to like make sure there's no like the
it wasn't
you're
shown.
pooping out
That part
toxins for a reason. So
was
like
not
how do they make
shown.
sure that
But
you're
this is what you were
ingesting
talking
just the
about,
good stuff?
that Putin like collects his poop
Uh-huh.
when he
Uh-huh.
travels
Uh-huh.
because
Yes.
people
Yes.
could learn from
Yes.
his gut and people could
Yes.
train their gut to be like his gut. So it's fascinating. It's so interesting. The things like there was a girl who got a fecal donation from her boyfriend who then took his poop pills and she started getting acne because he has acne. And she was like, no, thank you. So she was like, I then switched to my brother and got a fecal donation from him because she had terrible issues where she like couldn't eat anything and had awful, like was not able to consume food. So she had to retrain her gut with someone else's. So she first got acne from her boyfriend's poop. And then she was like, let's try my brother's poop. She did her brother's poop and she was able to eat and her acne cleared up. But then she started getting slightly depressed because her brother suffers from depression. So it was like,
This is
you
my question.
literally
Like, how do you filter out? Like, can't you just find a way to
take out the
filter out?
depression and take out the acne.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah. I
sure you
just,
can. I'm sure. But it was so interesting. I'm like,
I mean, I
immediately
would never
Spencer
do that.
started raiding
I
our
would never do
pantry
that.
and
No.
making sure we had the right snacks and
So tell
things
me,
that
what
we
are you,
need.
yeah. I mean, like, I know all this, but like, what are you,
Lots of raw almonds,
yeah, yeah,
lots
yeah.
of chia
Yep. Yeah.
seeds.
Tell me something I don't know.
Um,
Come on.
I know. Well, it's not about you. We have an audience here who doesn't know a lot about the
Okay.
fecal
Yes.
microbiome. You know all about it. It's interesting. Everyone
I
should watch
do.
Hack Your
I
Health
do.
on
I love
Netflix.
it.
It's
I
really, really
want to
interesting.
continue to optimize it. Yeah.
And the way that they do it is family friendly. Our kids loved it. They were entranced and really enjoyed learning about their gut. So, weird show to watch about your body and your poop.
Honestly, I'm going to watch with Max tonight because, it sounds like something delightful to watch while you're eating. Something about fecal matter and poop. But you know what? That stuff actually doesn't gross me out. It doesn't. I'm like, okay. It's
It doesn't gross me out either. I
I
think
wipe so
there
many
was,
butts. I mean,
well, and it's just one of those things that it's sure, like it's not something we should do in public. It's not something you should, you know, talk about at the dinner table. Like, I understand there are certain limitations and boundaries, but I also understand that literally everyone poops. So it's a weird thing to pretend doesn't happen. Like, I posted a video on TikTok a while ago making a joke about how my husband took a late night poop and we had to light a candle. And it just showed a candle burning on the toilet. That's it. It was a candle burning on the toilet. And there were a solid handful of comments. And it was like maybe 2 million views. Like it took off. But there were a solid handful of comments of people being like, this is disgusting. Why would you post about your husband pooping? And I was like, did you not poop today? Do you not poop? Like, why is this disgusting to you?
And
This is so.
and also if you hadn't pooped, I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you're so crabby and you're
Well, yeah, maybe
commenting.
you're all stopped up, but like it's not even a
Yep.
picture of his poop. It's a closed toilet lid and a candle burning. Like, I don't know what. It was just very odd. And there are very much some people who are like, "Ooh, how dare you talk about poop? That's so inappropriate." Or even like
Well,
my mom, when the kids go to the bathroom, when someone poops, she'll be like, I think he had a number 2 in his diaper," and I'm like, "He pooped? He shit his
he
pants?
pooped.
You're telling me he shit his pants? You just tell me what happened. Like, what are you trying to say to me right now? Like, I think he defecated. What's going on? Just use the word. We say poop and shit in this house. Like, it's disgusting. It has earned that name. It smells. It's fudgy. It's disgusting. Like, I have to clean it up, so I'm gonna call it something that's disgusting. I'm not gonna like be polite to it. It's so gross. Yeah, we're very open with our poops in this house, and
I
apparently
mean,
on TikTok.
yeah. I mean, there's a
Everybody
book. It's called
poops.
Everyone.
Everybody
But
poops.
glutamine has been the one supplement that I have taken for a year now that has transformed my gut in the best way possible.
And you have
GLUT
done a lot of
a lot.
research, gut research. You have
I
like
have.
trial and
Well, so
errored
what
so many
happened with
things.
me, I was in Tulum and drank a raw um green juice, and it was unpasteurized, and I think I got Giardia, a pretty serious
Is that where all the gut stuff started?
yeah, and it just totally fucked up my gut for the past 10
Wow.
years, and it's taken a long time to kinda get the microbiome resettled. It's been a we don't have to get into it, but it's been a long journey of just, like, thinking I had to have appendicitis, like, different drugs, different
But I
meds. It
do want to get
sucked.
into it because I wonder how many people don't realize like
Well,
that resetting your
yeah,
microbiome is a thing, or what
it
that looks
is.
like, or how to go about it, or what to try, or where to start, or like how do you even know if that's what they're
So,
dealing with?
I guess the biggest I mean, just because this could be a 2-hour-long podcast, but my biggest takeaway is to go to traditional your traditional, like, GI Western medicine doctor. Do that. Also, talk with a functional doctor who can help address your whole body holistically, because more often than not, it's not a very quick medication that's gonna solve whatever you have. It's all connected, and there's a lot of different things that you can do to help with your gut, and if I had not connected with my functional doctor, I never would have gotten on this one supplement that, like, Western doctors usually probably wouldn't give, because it's just you can buy it from Thorne, you can buy it from any type of, supplement company, and it's been transformational. Um,
You had a lot of
so
bloat that I remember.
yes, very painful bloat too. Like popping, painful bloat, nothing helps. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm so glad you
bad for a
found something
while.
that helps. Jeez,
But no,
not fun.
but I mean, I've been good for like 3 years now, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Like having a baby, actually, I mean, like, God, 5 years, 6 years since Max. Like having a baby, like, kind of helped like reset everything for better or for
I
worse.
wonder if that's true. I wonder if that's actually like biologically a thing. If childbirth resets your microbiome or
I think,
tweaks it.
yeah, and I think there's also hormones. I think hormones play a huge role. I also now realize, now that I'm in my 40s, in the luteal phase of my cycle, I experience pretty big fluctuations in my hormone that give me similar symptoms that I had a long time ago. But they last for 4 days and then they're gone. Like, I was in hell for the past, 4 days. Just and then it's better. So I think that's also
Yeah.
a really fun thing about being a woman. You get hormonal shifts, and it
So
gets
many
nice and
fun
fun as you get
things.
older. Yeah.
There's
But
also a big part of microbiomes related to childbirth, but for the child, that it's beneficial for a
mhm,
kid to be born vaginally so that they, like, on their way out, literally
yep.
are exposed to all of the
And
things
I was
that,
a C-section, which is interesting.
yeah.
But
You
again,
yourself were?
uh-huh. Yeah.
You were? Was your
Yeah.
brother?
Nope. Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
He
wow.
was
So that your mom is a rare
a rare VBAC.
vaginal, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Way to go,
Um,
Di.
yeah. But no, it's better now.
And Max was a C-section, so now we'll have to just see what his microbiome does.
I would watch that. What is it? Gut? What is it? No, your health. No, your
Hack Your
gut.
Health.
Hack your
Hack
health.
Your Health on Netflix.
All right. Well, I will watch it, and when we regroup, I'll give you my insights from it from next
And
week.
yeah, tell me if you learn anything that you didn't already know, because you do know so
I
much.
probably will.
You are
Yeah.
well versed in the gut.
Yeah, I'm well versed in the health and the gut thing. All right. I'm also going to go into the
interesting.
city next 2 days, so I'll have some good city
Good.
tidbits from you and things that I find.
Can't wait.
But can't wait. All
I
righty.
love the sweater vest today. I'm sorry for folks that don't
You know what this is?
get
This
to
is
see it.
another favorite brand, Staud, Staud.
Uh-huh.
It's a nice little,
It's a great one.
fun brand
Great
for
one. Love
my
it.
work from home days. All right.
Love it. Love it.
Well, thanks for sipping. Well, sip happeners.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Farewell, everyone.